Hi guys, welcome back. We are keeping things completely mat-based today with this Pilates circuit workout that's going to have a little bit of everything, so you can expect total body to get worked here with a strong emphasis on the core. For this workout, you will need just a set of light hand weights, so grab those, roll out your mat, and let's go. Hi guys, so we are staying completely on the mat today, but this one I think is actually going to be quite an interesting one. This is one of my favorite types of workouts to do when I'm not really sure what I want to do in the day, but I feel like I could kind of go for anything. So there's going to be a lot of variety in this one. So yeah, just perfect for those days when you want something but you don't know what. So got my weights at the ready. Before we get started here, welcome back. If you're new here though, my name is Sarah and I post mostly barre and Pilates workouts, and actually in just a couple of weeks here, we're getting back into our festive workout series. So if you want to be here for that, it's always really fun, then please do hit that subscribe button down below. You can also follow more of what I'm getting up to, and find lots of good content about women's health, fitness, nutrition, hormone balance, all of that over on my Instagram at F2D So that is all. We're going to get started with this one. So it's essentially going to be a circuit style, but each circuit is going to change a tiny bit. You'll see what I mean. But within the circuits here, we're going to do 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, so that 10 seconds you'll basically just have enough time to transition to the next exercise. I want you to start here with your weights. We're going to have knees bent here. We are doing a type of bridge lift. Feet slightly forward in the knees, feet hip distance. You're going to start with hands together overhead, so holding those weights as if it was just one big weight. We're going to pull the weights forward as you lift hips up, controlled release. So first exercise here, starting in 3, 2, 1. So weights overhead. You could have a little bit of a bend in the elbows, and you don't have to go like all the way back to the floor behind you with those weights. If the shoulders are a little bit tight, don't worry about it. You don't have to touch all the way down. That's not a requirement. Exhaling though as you lift and pulling those weights forward. Think of extending long through the kneecaps every time you're lifted. Find a little bit of a pause there at the top, so don't just pop it up and drop it down. Find a little pause, make sure it's nice and controlled, both on the release as well as the lift. The lift is probably more obvious, but yeah, think of always resisting going back down as well. You'll get a little bit extra hamstring work just doing that. All right, go ahead, release. We might have done one extra there. I was thinking minute, but it's definitely 50 seconds. All right, next one, you're gonna be doing a roll up, hands underneath. We lift to reverse table and roll back down. Go ahead and start. So rolling it up, heels stay down, hands underneath, lift. Again, pause for a second there at the top, really pressing open across the chest and shoulders, squeezing glutes and hamstrings. It's gonna be a great total body workout today. So lots of core work, core stability, but I mean, we're gonna hit pretty much everything in a short period. And it's a good thing that I like this workout because this is actually the second time I'm filming this one. The first time there was an error, last one there, with the camera, and it did not record any of it. So lucky me, I get to do it again. All right, come on to one side here, hand underneath shoulder. You're gonna have your back leg bent, foot planted, front leg extended. We're lifting here. That's it, so go ahead and start. It's like a side plank with a kickstand. If you want, you can use that top arm to kind of help you sweep up. That's fine. Again, resisting as you lower butt back down to floor. Make sure that back heel stays down on the floor. If it's lifting and you're coming up to like the ball of the foot, then bring it slightly farther out away from you so that it stays down. So the nice thing about that kickstand is that it's gonna give you a little bit more support with the glutes, which is, you know, helpful on a side plank. We'll take any help we can get with the side plank. Should definitely be feeling that bottom oblique though. Last one here, stay on that side, go ahead, lower all the way down. So front or bottom leg rather is going to be flexed, kind of angled toward the front corner of your mat, top leg toes pointed. We're gonna do a lift, press down, go ahead. So navel in tight. Important thing here is keeping the hips stacked. So notice I'm not like kicking it way back here, opening the hips and rolling onto my bottom glute. That top hip has to stay where it is. So that's going to limit your range of motion ever so slightly. Push it back down. So that push back down rather than just letting it fall back down is going to get a little extra inner thigh. Which, why would we not want to get a little extra inner thigh? Of course we'd want that. Just in front of me here, Layla's sleeping underneath the Christmas tree, and it's one of the best things ever. Last one here. If you're a fan of Christmas and a fan of cats, it doesn't get better than a cute, cuddly cat underneath the tree. All right, other side here. So starting with that little kickstand side plank lift. I mean, it's cute until she starts pulling things off of the tree. Even then, it's still kind of cute. But she's extremely cute right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop getting distracted by Layla. But you know how it is when you're doing a workout and sometimes you just need any distraction to take your mind off of what you're doing so you can just kind of be like the Energizer Bunny, carrying on through without stopping to think about how hard it's getting. Staying pressed up by that bottom shoulder the whole time. Last one there. Again, lower all the way down to the side here. This one's not so bad. Bottom foot angled to that front corner. Top leg, we lift. Keeping hips stacked. Whew. Press down for inner thigh. Abs engaged here as well. That's also going to help. I'm sorry if my eyes just keep going like down to the floor here. She just looks so cute. I wish it was on camera right now. I wish Layla was on camera. You guys would probably rather see her. But if you want to see her, if you want to see more of her, you can follow her over on Instagram. It's actually all three of my cats. So it's just Luna_Leo_Layla. That's them. I have not posted on there in a while though. I'm gonna warn you. I have so many photos of them on my phone, but I just don't post them. Last one there. But probably 80% of my camera roll is cats. All right, tricep press up here. Classic tricep press up, hands are knees, shoulders, abs in tight. We inhale, elbows hug the sides. Exhale, push the floor away from you. So inhale down, exhale, press up. Going for the biggest range of motion that you can without the back collapse. I'm gonna show you what I mean. So we don't wanna have to cobra back up. If you're cobraing back up, just reduce the range of motion, keep back flat. And remember, elbows should be touching the sides. So don't let them chicken wing out. It's not like a normal chest press up. It is triceps, which is harder. That is for sure. Not gonna lie about that. All right, last one there. And then go ahead, lower all the way down here. You can just stack the hands, bring knees about mat distance apart, toes together. We lift and lower. That's it. So keep the feet squeezed together. Also think of squeezing the feet in toward your butt. So don't let it go out like this. Then we're gonna kind of release the glutes a bit more, and I want glutes fully engaged. So squeeze, pause for a second on the top, hold down that squeeze of the glutes before you release. Squeeze, release. Should be feeling centers of the glutes. It also is a little bit of lower back as well. So Don't be alarmed if you're feeling lower back. It shouldn't be painful, but those muscles for sure will be helping a bit here, mostly glutes though. So really focus your energy on squeezing the glutes as tight as you possibly can. Last one there, and release. Okie dokie. Go ahead, press back to a child's pose. That's one round down. One round down, but like I said, each round is going to change just ever so slightly. So we are going to flip around again, back to where we started with that bridge lift, with that weight pull, but we're gonna add a march. So this time, every time you lift, we draw one knee in, release back down. So a couple things to watch out for here. Make sure you're not just like kicking the foot out like that. You're actually gonna tuck the knee in, getting a little bit of lower abs. And then again, slow release down. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Just as controlled as before, but now we're just teasing. Well, not even teasing. We're fully committing, going for that single leg bridge lift. So with these single leg ones, make sure you're pressing really, really high up into it, or else that glute will not engage. Lots of things working here. That should feel good. Try to keep an eye on the time here. It's hard when I'm doing these ones because I basically got to take a quick little crunch. Look at the timer. Come back down. All right, release. So weights off to the side. Again, we're gonna do roll up, single arm this time, hand comes behind, we lift, we roll back down. Go ahead and start. So roll up, single hand, lift, press fully out of shoulder, release, back down. Whatever you want to do with that top arm, feel free. It's just kind of there. It's not really going to contribute too much to these. As always, controlled on that roll back down. Don't just splat back down. No splatting. I think this will be the last one here. Roll back and then come on to one side. So we're gonna come to that kickstand position again. It's gonna start off the same, but we're gonna add on. So set up in your kickstand. We lift, stay up, lift bottom leg, tap the shin, come back down. That is it. So lift, touch, lower back down. That is a lot of the bottom oblique. You're also going to be using that kickstand leg, so your back leg to stabilize, which means you're going to get some good glute work there. Shoulders supporting as well. Remember, stay pressed out of the shoulder the whole time. So you don't want to like collapse as we come down and then have to press back out of it again each time. Much easier to just stay pressed out. So all we have to think about is lifting hips and of course lifting that leg as well. All right, one more here. We can sneak in one more, and then go ahead, come all the way down onto that side again. So legs this time just long, in line with the torso. Keep the top leg hovering, bottom leg only. We're gonna squeeze inner thigh together and release. Squeeze inner thigh together, release. So top leg does not move. You should feel now a little bit actually of the top oblique helping to stabilize, unexpected. And really focus on keeping both legs super, super long. So point the toes here. Don't let the knees bend. We're not touching ankles together. We're squeezing inner thighs together. If you want a little bit more core work here, you can pick up that top hand. See if you can maintain the balance there. It's surprisingly challenging to maintain the balance there. But yeah, like I say, good little core test. Last one here, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. So flipping it around, set up for that little kickstand. You know it's coming now. We've got the leg lift as well. Here we go. So lift, woo, lift, and lower. I find the, slightly easier side here is the one where my dominant side is supporting on the bottom. And by bottom, I mean lower half of the body. So I find the easier side to be where I'm on the left arm, right glute, which was the side I just did, not this one. So this is my harder side. Should have started with this one. Oh well, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But yeah, let me know if it's the same for you guys. Do you find it's helpful being on the dominant side with that leg that's supporting? Or do you prefer to have your dominant side be your arm for this one? Last one there, go ahead, release down. Saying that wasn't so bad actually. Probably because I've just done this one recently. So top leg stays lifted, bottom leg, we squeeze inner thighs here and release. Really, this is just a little note to self, and I guess to all of you too, that the more you do something, the easier it becomes to do it. Because now, having just done this full workout somewhat recently, doing it now, I'm like, seems easier this time. Even just having done it once, I'm like, this seems actually a little bit easier than it was the first time I filmed it. It was also a lot hotter in here the first time I filmed. We're trying to sort out our heating situation. Hello. This happened the first time. So I guess we're gonna do this again. Oh, can I just see my timer, please, my love? Thank you. Leo's back. He came right on cue. Last one there. In fact, right on cue. This is exactly where he appeared the first time I filmed this. This is the exact exercise that I was doing. Amazing. All right, hands on knees, shoulders here. We're gonna do half cobra. So exhale halfway up, inhale, slow release down. Keeping elbows in tight to the sides. Don't fully straighten the elbows because then it's going to become an elbow exercise. I don't want it to be a joint exercise. Shoulders down and back. So push your full weight into the heels of the palms to engage triceps. And now my face is covered in fur, just like it was the first time I filmed this. But yeah, actually not quite as bad because he was around for a lot longer and I was a lot sweatier at that point because yeah, it was super hot in here. So overall, this is a better experience. Take two. Last one here and release. All right, again, just stack the hands here. We're gonna start where we did with those last ones, but feet flex this time, heels together, and we're gonna add an extension. So it's gonna be a lift, extend, bring it back in, go ahead. Lift, extend out at the diagonal, bring heels back together. So we wanna fully straighten the knees there. Think of kind of going upward with the legs, but if the toes touch floor in the back, that's okay. Better to let the toes touch than to not fully extend the knees. Because that full extension is what's really going to bring the hamstrings to play. And we want the hamstrings to come and play. Whew. So versus the first time we did these with no extension, this is gonna be a little bit more hamstring, so a little bit more under butt versus just like center of the butt, which is what we did the first time. One more here. And go ahead, release. Okay, now Leo's shouting in the background. Here's the cat chaos I promised. Quick child's pose here. That's 2 out of 3 rounds done. So we are moving on to our final round, which means, again, everything's just gonna change a little tiny bit. So grab your weights. This time, we're staying up in bridge. So now there's no break in it. You're gonna stay up in the bridge. Arms are gonna be doing the same time, but we're gonna be doing that march. So hips stay level the whole time, little march, weights pull over. That's our move in 3, 2, 1. So final round of bridge right here. So really transition there smoothly so the hips don't go down and up through that transition. Really, really smooth with that weight change from one leg to the other.
which means you've got to really get those hamstrings and glutes to engage quickly on these. Because if they're slow, we're gonna start bopping around here, down and up. And that's not the plan. That's not the mission. Also, I'm realizing that this video is gonna be posted on Thanksgiving Day. So if you guys are doing this on Thanksgiving morning and you're celebrating Thanksgiving today, happy Thanksgiving. Last one there. All right, it's gonna get real fun here. We roll up, same as before. Opposite hand and ankle, roll back down. Go ahead. So roll up, it's a crab crunch. Opposite hand and ankle, keep that controlled. Roll back down. Thanksgiving is my very favorite holiday. What's not to love about it? We are hosting Thanksgiving this year, so it's gonna be a whole lot of prep work and cooking this week. I've got my cooking schedule sort of outlined, and hopefully everything will go according to plan. Although you never know what might happen. But if you guys are celebrating Thanksgiving today, let me know down below in the comments what your favorite Thanksgiving side dish is, or if it's a dessert. All right, come on to one side here. Pumpkin pie, you can't go wrong. Into that kickstand, lift, we stay up, we're just lifting that leg, that's it. So holding up, whew. Keep lifting with the glutes, keep lifting with the shoulder, with the obliques, everything. I would say my favorite side, a lot of them are pretty great, but if I could only pick one, it's gotta be stuffing. It's gotta be the stuffing, which I feel like a lot of you might agree with. Stuffing is pretty excellent. We do everything homemade as well, which, yeah, like I say, is a lot of work. So obviously, if you don't have time to do everything homemade, take some shortcuts there. Last one here, and release. But homemade stuffing, oh yes, chef's kiss. All right, bottom leg is gonna stay floating. Top leg, we lift. Still keeping hips stacked. Keep that bottom leg long. Don't let the knee bend. We are lifting from the top leg, so don't let it become one of these. Top part of the leg is lifted. We're extended long, no bend. Still pressing inner thighs together again. So lift, press together. I do feel like this is actually quite a nice Thanksgiving morning workout, because yeah, it's not too chaotic. Doesn't take too long, but you get everything in. Good total body. And one more here, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Also, you guys can let me know who's doing Black Friday. Chaos. That's true chaos time. All right, lift it up here. Although, to be fair, I do think Black Friday has become slightly less chaotic. Maybe this is just because I'm in Europe, so I am not experiencing American Black Friday anymore. But I actually think it's less chaotic because so much of it is online, which makes it a lot less chaotic than like going in a crowd of people and fighting over things in store. And also a lot of it is not just on like Friday anymore. I feel like a lot of people do like Black Week or like the full month even. So you have more time to just like get yourself together and figure out what you're getting. One more here and release down. But maybe the deals aren't as great as they used to be, but I don't know. For me, I'll take a slightly less good deal in exchange for less chaos. Bottom leg lifted, top leg we lift, press back together. I will pay a little bit more to not have to go like fall over people and under people in a crazy store environment every time. Whew. And if you guys do Black Friday, do you get like carried away with Black Friday, as I have in the past, where you're like, oh, but it's Black Friday, like I don't need this. Nobody needs any of this, but I'm gonna get it because it's on sale and it's a good deal. The last couple years have been pretty good. I've made my list of stuff that I needed to get anyway, or like gifts and things, where I was like, well, I'm gonna get these anyway. I'm just gonna wait for Black Friday, see if it's on sale. Last one there, but if not, doesn't change anything. I'll still get the same stuff. If I can save a little money, even better. Arms reaching back here, legs staying down, palms up, but we're gonna do a little lift. Pulse 3, 2, 1, release. That's it for this one. So lift, pulse 3, 2, 1, release. This one's actually gotten progressively easier from those tricep press-ups. I couldn't have you guys finish with the tricep press-up. I mean, I feel like if you're a little bit tired for tricep press-ups, it's just a no-go. So we started those while we were all nice and fresh, and then we can finish with this quite a bit milder one. Still really nice posture one. Actually nicer for posture. Make sure you're still reaching long through the fingertips. We have one more exercise after this. Last one here. And release. Again, we're gonna stay face down here, stack the hands. Legs are gonna stay lifted and they're gonna stay extended this time. So legs long, toes pointed. We're gonna squeeze inner thighs together and open. That's us. So squeeze together, open. Do not let the knees bend. Again, common thing I'll see with these is that the knees start to bend, the heels come together, and it's just like a little kicky kick there. No. So you should feel that the fronts of the legs are off the floor. They might be like a little bit of friction on the floor, but there's no weight at all in the legs. They are floating here, and we're squeezing from the inner thighs. So whether the ankles touch or not, irrelevant. I don't care. I want you just squeezing from the inner thighs. So ankles might touch, they might not. Doesn't matter. One more here. Release and press back to a final child's pose. Huzzah. Take a little rock there, side to side, releasing the lower back. And we'll give everything a quick stretch out. So go ahead, come into a seated position here. Knees bent in front. Cross right ankle over left knee, push that right knee away from you. Got a little leverage there. You can bring the left foot in closer if you want. Make sure you're popping chest up and over there. So if you're collapsing here, you're gonna be missing out on that stretch. And then go ahead, slide the left foot away from you, let the right foot just drop right over the top. Find the twist from the line of the navel. So see if you can wrap your navel over right hip, hug that right knee. Keep spine nice and long here, crown of the head up to the ceiling. Should feel good for those obliques. And then go ahead, release. We will switch sides. So crossing the other side. And extend away. Take a little twist here. Oh, twists are lovely. Twists are lovely day after Thanksgiving too. You can start your Friday with this one. Or any day. If you're not catching this one, it's released on Thanksgiving Day. Any day. Twists all day, every day. And then extend both legs long here. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, just take a forward fold. Reaching through the chest, trying to press flat at the lower back. So rather than just flopping over, again, think of reaching through the chest. I'm just seeing like little bits of the tree everywhere. It's an artificial tree, but I'll tell you what, it sheds like it's real. I would rather have real. They're just so hard to get here and quite pricey. And then come into a comfortable seated position here. Bring one hand between shoulder blades, press it down. Let me know if you guys are team artificial or real tree. I'm gonna go artificial for convenience, but real tree. Like, I would definitely prefer a real tree. but it's all right. And go ahead, switch. One day we'll go back to the real tree. I really love the real trees in the UK. Like, they're such a different shape. I don't know what variety of tree they are, but they're a totally different shape, and I think they're really cool. Press arms back. You guys are like, what are you talking about? How are they so differently shaped? Look at UK Christmas trees. You'll see. They're really like fat and bushy. I think they're great. And then give the shoulders a little roll out. On that note, we are finished with this workout. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little bit of everything Pilates. I hope you're feeling just good all over, ready to start your day. If so, please do give this video a like down below. While you're there, if you are new here, please do hit the subscribe button to come back. Like I said, that festive series is not far off now, and we are going to go for it. So I will see you back here pretty soon for one more regular video, and then it'll be festive after that. So see you guys soon. Bye.